Welcome to Yerba Talks.
Welcome to another stream. Today we are welcome to another our trip to Punta stream. Today we are we'll see what suggestions we have. To another what can we do? Stream. Today we are. That's what I'm interested in. I'm sorry about the echo. That is fixed now. Before we do anything, make sure to do the social things like, share, subscribe, send this to a friend, send this to your significant other, go to the corner, just a corner of your street, and you'll subscribe to Yerba Talks. And that way we can share the love for the channel. All right. Let's head in there and see what is up.
But someone sent me.
All right. I am here. Hello, everyone.
Welcome back.
Hey.
Welcome, Max.
That was a long time. I hope you didn't miss me.
No.
Did the cat
Max, I
attack
always
you?
miss you.
No, the cat did not attack me, which is fortunate because he went really hard on me the other day.
That's hot.
Okay, we don't have flat earthers here. What's going on?
What did you expect?
Oh, Melissa. Melissa, are you a flat earther?
No.
Ah, that's sad.
Sorry, I'm eating a snack.
I will pretend to be a flat earther.
Let's get Q up in here.
That's not fun. Yes, let's get Q up in here.
Get Kiko Pip in here.
Kiko Pip.
Kiko
Hey,
Pip.
my name is not Monkey Cat Pet Pet for a reason. I don't know why, but hey, I can be a fake flat earther. Why not?
Yeah, but we don't need that.
No.
Let me see. There's no one right now. Why are flat earthers running?
They all ran. They immediately ran.
And the funny part is, they're actually on here somewhere.
But yeah, they are.
Oh well,
I
there's
think
Demok, but
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know what Demok counts as.
I mean, Taylor. I was talking to Taylor like I don't know, 45
my
minutes
God.
ago. I don't know where she went, but she's gone.
Tay Tay.
They
What if I
ran
can-
off.
Oh,
Hey, Tay, where you
Kiko.
at, baby?
Potion.
They ran off.
Where is Tay Tay?
I bet Omnivore can still man the position. What do
I
you
don't know.
think,
She was
Omnivore?
yelling about Freemasonry, and I was
Yeah,
trying
but
to
that's
explain to her,
not
not
fun.
a satanic cult.
That is
Okay.
not
Well, you can
fun.
believe what you want, sir. But anyway,
Well, given that I have a friend who is an actual Mason and is not a satanic dude, then
Me too.
they're not satanic. They're not satanic, but they do perform magic.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hello.
What are we talking about?
So, are you a flat earther or are you a
Yeah.
glober?
I'm a flat earther.
Okay. So, in December, I'm going to Punta Arenas with Jaren and Josh Monday. And what we expect to see is the sun going, while looking west at the sunset, the sun going from right to left. And then it will dip just below the horizon so that you see the twilight right there over the water. And then it will rise up again. So what I'm asking is, what other experiments do you think that, or measurements or observations that we should do? We're planning on doing that. The observation of the stars rotating clockwise around the south celestial pole rather than counterclockwise around the north celestial pole and stuff like that.
I think we need a rocket, and we need to see how high we could get. Like,
That's been done, but you're hold on. You're changing the subject. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about a very specific trip that we're going to do to a very real place that anyone can go. You can buy a ticket to go to Punta Arenas right now.
Can you say the English word for it?
There is no English word for it. It's Punta Arenas. That's the name of the place. It's the southern tip of Chile.
Oh, okay.
Well, Punta is point.
It means
So
Point
point-
Uranus.
Point Uranus. There you go.
Arenas would be sands, but yeah, that makes no sense. And names of places don't get translated like that. But if you know anything about TFE, it's the place where they took the plane to go to Antarctica,
Yeah, of course.
right? So the sun is going to go the wrong way. So if you look at a sunset in the north, obviously you're looking west, and the sun will go from left to right. In the south, he deafened himself. Okay.
He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to
That
hear it
was
back.
He had enough to
And you
get.
have to, and you always have to specify looking west like 20 times.
Yes. I
It's
won't
very
start.
hard for them to understand
It's
looking
early to
west.
start yelling, but yes.
Were you arguing with Joe?
Yes.
What was his original claim?
No, we're not debating. So, are you a flat earther or are you a glober? Don't make me get the cricket out.
I think he's bi-curious. He's bi-curious, I think.
Oh,
Why do you think I'm bi-curious, Icy Spin?
that wasn't
I didn't
icy
say
spin.
that.
That was
That
Yeah,
wasn't
Icy
Icy
Spin.
Spin.
Yeah,
Oh,
Icy
I thought it was.
Icy Spin.
How dare you?
My
Icy
bad,
spin.
my bad, my bad.
Okay, so
Go ahead, Wesley. Speak for yourself.
So the idea
now.
is, I'm going with Jaron and another flat earther that's called Josh Monday. We're going to Punta Arenas in Chile, the southernmost tip of Punta Arenas and of Chile, right? The southernmost tip of South America. So that's where they launched to go to Antarctica when TFE happened. And the idea is that we're going to make sunset observations. We're going to make a star rotation video and some measurements off the ground, right? So what?
Max,
Yes. Yes.
just off the cuff idea.
Go for it. Yeah.
Beforehand, get Stellarium, and before you go, I don't know if Stellarium can do this. Can you go forward in time in Stellarium and predict where this? Okay, so predict where the planets and the stars are going to be according to your location, direction of where you're going to be looking in Punta Arenas, and then go and see if it matches. That's one idea.
Okay. So Stellarium position predictions. That's a good one. Thank you.
And then use 3D model to show how it comports with the globe. Predict. So you're going to predict.
Them with Stellarium is a good idea, and I'm taking a note of that.
Wrong. Is it not true that things weigh less the closer you get to the poles because of the effect of the spin of the Earth?
It is, and that was made by Critical Think.
Critical Think.
The problem is that requires a very a professional grade scale and test masses. That one might be a little bit harder.
Right.
But yeah,
that was done.
That is true. Yes.
That was done. They did that.
That was
already.
done. All right.
Yes. Critical Think did it. He showed the measurements all over the place, Thailand, here, there. And then they did the measurement at Antarctica. They did it.
Oh, they did. Okay. Yeah, I must have missed that. All right. Good.
Yeah, that's those are two cool ideas. The problem is that the weight one that requires a little bit more specialized gear than I have. But so far the ideas are to do the sunset observation, the star trails, and measuring the ground. Those are
doing the
three big
spindle
ones.
wheel.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. They did the same thing
What?
for TFE, where they measured the distance to see if it lines up with a degree or whatever, right?
Mhm.
To see, compared
Yep.
to the northern hemisphere. Yeah, that's a really good, really hard thing to hand wave, in my opinion.
Yeah. And then I think I had the idea of shooting, maybe putting like a stick in place and showing how a sundial in the south would go the other way. Because you know that sundial, like clocks, move clockwise because that's the direction that if you do a sundial in the north, that's the direction it moves in. But if you do a sundial in the south, it goes the other way.
That's actually pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yes. And given that we're going to be there, I'm going there I get there the 19th at like 10 p.m. and I get back on the 24th.
How many hours flight is that for you, Max?
Flight, it's 2 hours to Santiago and 2 more hours to Punta Arenas. I just have like a 5-hour layover.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but that
That's
was
horrible.
the only the best trip that I could get.
Yeah. Wow.
Probing Time says that MC Toon did the sundial in Antarctica, but the one from Punta Arenas would be cool. Yes.
How much is the total cost for the trip? Do you have any idea?
Depends on where you go.
And where they're coming from.
Yeah, because for
Let's
me,
say,
it's $500.
Let's say from North America, let's say, I don't know, LA.
I don't know, about 1,500, I think.
Yeah, I checked round trip was around $1,400.
Plus
And then the stay while you're there.
It can't be expensive there. I'm
no,
sure it's
the hotel is very cheap, and Chile has a great exchange rate with the dollar. So yeah, the hotel is not expensive.
What you could do is what you could do is this is another possible thing you could do is invite flat earthers again, like they did in TFE. See if anybody. And now, of course, the price being say sub $2,000, that's far more reachable.
Oh, we have. I even invited.
Okay.
Someone in my audience, Jack Fetter, shout out, invited flat earther Matthew Hakim and said he would pay for the whole thing, and obviously he said no. I invited another flat earther who said he wouldn't go because he was afraid that I would poison them. And I invited Vlad, who said he couldn't go because he had family, whatever's. But yeah, the invitation is open to anyone.
Red Cloud, the $100 gets you 92,000 Chilean pesos.
Oh my word!
Yes.
You get $1,000 and you're a millionaire down there.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yes.
Oh, that's hilarious. We should invite Gio. You think Gio would go?
They will invite them. Invite everyone. Invite everyone, and have then a running tally. Do a spreadsheet and list all of them, everyone, and how they invited and in what circumstances they were offered a whole trip, and see every denial and make a list. Let's invite. If everyone in here invites 20 flat earthers, we could have a list of 200, and everyone would be red along the spreadsheet. No, I won't come.
I think it's like a badge of honor, though, right? Like if
the problem
if
is you don't want
invited
them to go,
Yes.
If they got invited to like a glove debunking ceremony, like I think that makes them feel special.
The problem is that you really don't want them there, you know.
Well, it depends on the flat earther, but in general, like if we can agree to, park the animosity for 5 days, then I would have no problem. I mean, it would be it would be a shitload of fun.
Rich, you want to go to Punta Arenas?
Oh, he's in here now, huh?
Well, I mean, what for? I just don't. I don't understand what for. It like for somebody who I mean, and I'm just going based on what I heard, but everyone's paying for their own trip. Like, is somebody paying for Jaren's trip? Just asking.
No, he paid for it already, and he did a little crowdfund to recoup some of the money. But other than that, no.
Okay. Yeah, this just seems like extra spending to me. Like what is? I mean, he was leaving Flat Earth. What, a year and a half ago? He announced his leaving. He's not going to do any content about it anymore. It's going to leave it. Next thing you know, he's doing a presentation off in California somewhere. He's like on a stage doing a presentation. He's still doing Flat Earth content. He's still, I guess spending lots of money when he said that he can't get a job, and he's
but he did get a job. He got a job.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
he did get a job. Okay, good.
And the reason
where's
why
he been spending money on going back to Punta Arenas? Like, what's
I'll explain that. So when after TFE got back, everyone was back in their home. Josh Monday had the idea and messaged Jaren and told him like, "Hey, do you want to go to Punta Arenas with me to check on this stuff?" And Jaren was like, "Yeah, of course." So so that's where the idea came from. Josh had the idea and then invited Jaren, and Jaren said like, "Yeah, let's go." So when I found out from Jaren that he was going back, I messaged him and it's like, "Hey, do you mind if I tag along? Because I'm very near Punta Arenas and it's kind of cheap for me to go there." He was like, "Yeah, of course." And that was kind of that's about it.
Did you mention the part where they're going, like they went to the north already to try and like compare the two?
They also went last month around the 20th. They went to 53 degrees north, which is Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And unfortunately, they got screwed by the weather. But Robbie Davidson, Josh left his cameras with Robbie, and Robbie made basically took the videos that they couldn't take while they were there. So they did the observations at 53 degrees north, and now they're coming to 53 degrees south in order to compare, because the globe model predicts that those observations should be opposite to each other. That in the north, the sun will set from left to right while looking west, and in the south, the sun will set from right to left while looking west.
So who is the flat earther that contacted you, Jane? What's his name again? Josh?
Josh Monday.
What is his stated prediction for what will happen? Does he have one?
Well, I mean, I interviewed him not too long ago, and the idea, right? I mean, so far, he is with the idea that the predictions that the globe makes will come true, all of them. He's still a flat earther, though, but he's going to check. He's putting in the work. He's actually, putting the claims to the test. Yeah.
Credit to him. No shade at all, and no shade to also. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Also, if someone's got, no, I'll look up on Max. I think you did that live stream a few weeks ago, right?
Yep.
And the other thing is no shade to Taylor, because she did go to Hawaii to do some observations down there.
Big deal. What the Hawaii?
Well,
she also did I meant to ask her about this on a number of occasions. She went to a salt flat, and I think that she was trying to measure the lapse rate with her drone to get all the details. I don't know if she ever.
Well, hold on then. Has Taylor been invited to this trip?
No, thank God.
Oh well, why not
I
extend the
didn't invite
invitation?
her.
See what Taylor
If she's
says.
going, I'm definitely not going.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I
Robert,
can't stand her.
all right.
The stupid questions she asks. She always asks these stupid questions. I can't take it.
I don't know. It's fine.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't understand that. All right.
I don't remember the salt flat that she went to, but
The Bonneville in
like
Utah.
Bonneville.
That's right.
She went to Bonneville.
That's
Did anything ever?
that salt flat has a sign at like the entrance, quote unquote, that says that you can see the other end of the salt flat because of the curvature of the earth.
Yeah, it says it clearly there on this. It says it on the friggin' sign. It's unbelievable.
Speaking of whom, hello Taylor.
Hey, how you doing?
Were y'all talking about me?
Yes.
Yes,
Taylor.
coincidentally.
You're
Yes.
ringing?
All good stuff.
Welcome, Taylor.
Robert was
Your ears are
saying
burning.
kind, generous words of you.
Very kind.
Continue, Robert.
So, Taylor, I guess, have you heard that Jaron, Josh Monday, and I are going to Punta Arenas in December?
That's super cool. But Rob, what were you saying? You can continue.
Oh, I said
Go on,
you're
Robert.
so
Please
That's
continue.
super cool.
You're such a wonderful, God-fearing Christian. You're great.
Don't do
Taylor's,
it. Come on.
Taylor
So-
is one of the nicest people you could
Yeah,
chat
don't-
with
don't-
on the
don't-
flat side.
that's-
Okay,
We're not doing that.
just is.
So,
Why are you antagonizing?
can we stop? So, what we're doing
Nobody can
here
tell me.
is I want to ask flat earthers
No,
about
I was serious, by the way.
what observations we could make there and what predictions would you have based on the flat earth, and also what can we do to make extra sure that no one says that the trip is fake.
Oh well, I wouldn't count on that. I mean, I'm not one of the people that says it's fake, so I don't know. You'd have to ask someone like QOP or
Okay,
who else says it's fake. I don't know.
Okay.
I never said that.
that's fine. So regarding the predictions, right? So the globe predicts that the sun will set while looking west from right to left in the south and from left to right in the north. So do you have any thoughts about that?
Are they looking in the same direction?
Yes.
Oh my God, do it, Max.
They're looking west. Where does
They're looking west.
Where does the sun set?
Okay.
West for everyone, right?
East to west, yeah, for everybody.
Yeah. The thing is that while you're looking west on the globe, because you're antipodal to each other, what in the north looks from left to right, in the south looks right to left.
Well, if you're facing north in both hemispheres,
my
then wouldn't it
God.
be left to right? No, this is seriously like
Stop
you can't
it.
have them facing
No,
opposite
Robert,
directions.
hold
We're
on.
looking west.
Robert,
Calm down. Go ahead,
keep you
Taylor.
on a short leash.
Okay, so I'm just wondering, which are they facing north in both? You're saying they're facing west, but that would just be front to
You
back.
look when you look at the sunset, wherever you are in the world, you're looking west.
So how would it be left to right? It would just be coming overhead.
No, it's because well, in the south, actually, in the summer, it sets a little bit south of west. But yeah, you're looking west, and it looks right to left. I can show
I
you.
think you
Give me
have to
1 second.
Show her a
Robert?
video because she's confused.
Yes, I can
Yeah.
show you a quick
Yeah.
video. Give me just a moment because I need to get.
If it sets in the west and you're looking west, then it'd be coming behind your head to set.
But it arcs right to left
It moves right to left.
as it's setting.
Yes, give me 1 second. Because Isa wanted the Discord. Sorry, Isa. You can join on the Discord there.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Do.
Do we have a video looking
Yes.
west from each hemisphere?
Yes.
I do.
We tried to do a
That's
live
cool.
stream with Icy Spin and I got screwed by the clouds. We're going to try it again in September. But I can show you here. Let me pull it up real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Can I share?
While you're doing that, what about the International Space Station? Will that be going overhead in the 5 days that you're there? It isn't likely, but it may be possible. You want to check
That's
that
a
out?
good question.
I can check on that, yes.
That's
So,
actually a
Taylor,
good question.
this is a sunset in my city. So this is a place called Playa Ramirez. Obviously, looking at the sunset, so you're looking west, right?
Where is Playa Ramirez?
In my city, Montevideo, Uruguay.
It's down south, honey.
So,
I
and you
don't know
can
where-
see, it doesn't matter. It's in
South
Montevideo.
America.
It's in Montevideo,
Thank you.
Uruguay. Yes. So it
South
goes
America, thank
and it goes. You can see that it goes from right to left.
Is it below the equator?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in the south,
Okay,
Uruguay.
thank you. Not everything in South America is below the equator, right?
Between Argentina and Brazil.
Okay, thank you.
Right? So it's going to do the same thing. The problem is that at the same time, someone who is in the north can see this sunset happening the opposite way. Right?
The opposite way.
Yeah, left to right.
Oh, like
Which
the
is-
sun's between them. Yeah.
Yeah, but that can only happen if you're antipodal to each other. On a flat Earth, for example, if you have the AE map and you have the sun going round clockwise from east to west, that's impossible.
Okay. Yeah,
Max?
I don't think the AE model's correct,
Okay,
if you're wondering.
but it's still flat.
Okay.
I'm asking you.
You're asking me if it's still flat?
Yes.
Well, when accounting for refraction, I haven't been able to reliably find curvature, but I'm still working on it, doing measurements.
Question for Max. How
Yes.
far are you from the equator?
1 second.
Far.
Far?
Latitude. Uruguay is well, my city is at 35 degrees south, and we're going to 53 degrees south.
All right. Just per our conversation earlier about pendulums on the equator, there is no pendulum that's been set up on the equator, full cut pendulum. We were just
There's
talking
no
about
reason
that
to
earlier.
have one there.
Yeah.
Well, nevertheless, we were talking about that earlier. I just thought I'd throw it
You
in.
wouldn't have precession?
No.
Is what they said.
Not in the equator,
No.
no. And yeah,
That's why they
that
don't
would
have
be
one
a
there.
cool idea, but again, it's outside. You need
Okay.
you need kind of a pretty decent setup to do that. But for example, Taylor, the stars will rotate clockwise, and we're planning on getting time lapse of that in the south. And they will rotate clockwise around the south celestial pole, which also is
Looking
impossible
south.
on a flat Earth. Yeah.
Is that still east to west? They still rise in the east and set in the west?
Yes.
Everywhere?
But east
Oh,
to
okay.
west is clockwise, when east to west in the north is counterclockwise.
Well, one of them you're looking north and one of them you're looking south.
Yes.
But still
But-
east to west all over.
Yes,
Oh,
but
God.
it's different stars.
Is that not true? Okay.
Yeah, and the only way that
Yes.
can happen is if they're antipodal to each other.
It is. The other thing is, it is different stars,
It's different stars, yes.
Yeah.
which can be tracked and confirmed using Stellarium.
Yeah, that's cool.
And for example, one of the things that Josh has planned is at 10 p.m. local time in Chile, which is GMT -3. He's planning on calling someone in Australia, and for them, it will be noon. So we will be looking at the sun barely below the horizon. Do you remember the first stream that the guys did during TFE where they were looking south and they could still see that the sun was like right there, just below the horizon. They could see the twilight moving across the surface of the water. While that is happening, it's midday in Australia.
That's cool. Yeah, you should definitely live stream that. That'd be fun to watch.
Oh yeah,
I posted a.
I'm planning.
Sorry, man.
I have to see because I think it will be the easiest option for me to stream than for them, because we have like roaming agreements all across South America. So I think I should be able to live stream from Chile.
I
From
put a
my
video in the
phone.
side chat, Max. I posted a side chat video with Los Angeles looking west, and it's very easy to see the
That it moves left to right.
movement.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it's very easy. It's a 4-hour time lapse. So if Taylor would click it, she could understand the left to right.
I'm pretty sure I get it.
And if you look at the video that I sent you, it's moving the opposite way, which is right to left while looking west.
Yeah, side by side of those happening at the same time, like one from the northern hemisphere and southern.
Yeah,
That'd be fun to watch.
Icy Spin and I have planned. We tried that on March 20th.
How'd it go?
As I was rolling up to the place where I shot the sunset, a huge cloud shelf came in and screwed up my recording, because it was such a thick cloud shelf that you couldn't even see where the sun was. We're going to try it again in September.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
Yeah, we're going to try it again in September, hopefully.
Why is side by side necessary?
Like you
Taylor?
can just compare them and see what they like. The difference.
Right, but
would
he
be
could also just show the
video.
time on a cell phone or something like that, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna be a cool video.
Yeah, we're going to try it. Definitely going to try it again. But you know how it is with the freaking weather, and that's the best. The equinox is the best day that we have, because his sunset is only 1 hour difference away from me, so we can both be looking at the sun at the same time, seeing it move in different directions, and the only it's night. It becomes night for me, and then 1 hour later it becomes night for him. So yeah, we're going to try it again, but we already did and failed, so we need another shot.
My point was only that you could easily pre-record a video and sync it and play it back at the same time for all the people watching remote. So proof of time of day is actually probably better than, I mean, if you can sync it, great, but you still need to show proof of time of day.
But we were live streaming.
Yeah, but my point is, in a live stream window, someone could play a pre-recorded video in one of the windows.
We were moving our phones and standing in front of the phone, and you could see a street moving side to side.
No, I get it. I'm just trying to
stuff.
pre-bunk the argument that will no doubt come from some flurfs.
Well, one idea, I don't know if it's a good idea. One idea would be to have a central command that would be actually initiating the live stream. Like when you watch a rocket launch, they have a central command and they say, welcome to this rocket launch. We're at T-minus this or whatever. And they talk about the rocket and they talk about whatever's going on. You could have a show essentially that would anchor these events. And so then you say, we're going to go live and we're at Punta Arenas. We're going to talk to Max right now. Max, what do you see down there? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Make it cheesy. It doesn't matter. But then you could have people call in and ask questions so that there's no way that it could be recorded.
I mean, yeah.
And have the two sites talk to each other live too.
Right.
If we,
That would be cool. And the green screen behind.
I don't need a command. I can just go live from my StreamYard. And
well, what
people
I'm saying
can
is,
just
if you
join with a
if you
link.
did that, because you've got easy green screens behind anyone and on any phone anywhere, so you could have in the studio. I'm just air quoting everything, okay? In the studio, you'd have a live stream of you. You could have the background, which would show the stellarium or what that is predicting. Instead of you having to do that, we'd have someone else that's going to be doing that, showing live what stellarium is showing and then what you are seeing.
Yeah.
We know we know you have it under control, Max. We're just trying to free flare,
there's no chance we could have a green screen. We're going to be on the street.
No. In the studio, in your central studio idea that I have, to pre-bunk, as the chappie right there said, to pre-bunk. So there's no way.
I'm just going to bring up something. The one thing that everybody was asking for during the event way back when, 2 years ago or whatever, year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the one thing that everyone was hoping for would have been a fly over the pole. That was the biggest ask, and I know that's totally separate, but it was the one thing that everyone was like, "Why didn't they do that? Why didn't they do that?" Because you're already pretty much there.
Not pretty much there. You have any idea how far away the pole was from where they were at?
From if you're already in Antarctica, the pole's not too hard to get to.
Are you kidding me? That is very far away.
It's 600 miles. It's 600 miles and $20,000 far away.
Yeah, it's a lot to get to the pole.
Yeah, I'm just saying by flight. That's the trick. I wasn't saying walk it.
Oh, so you want a flight to go up over?
Yeah. Like
southern...
if you're going to spend $500,000 going to Antarctica, you'd probably sort out a flight over the
nobody
pole.
Nobody
right?
spent $500,000.
Yeah, nobody spent that much.
Oh.
No.
Okay, you understand his point. I think everyone gets his point there.
That it's been done already.
Well, actually, I don't understand the point, because what would you expect to see? I'm not knocking. I'm just asking legitimately.
It's not about what I would expect to see. It's just about performing the discovery, I guess. Like, if the idea is that the pole must operate like this, just, I guess, test it, right?
What would you expect to see, I guess, is what I'm getting at. So a plane flies over the pole.
I don't know.
There's no marker in all the snow, so you won't even know it's flying over the pole.
I don't know. Like, in my worldview, there could be more land to discover and other phenomena to observe. So, like, the idea of going over the pole, it may operate as you guys expect. I don't know. The idea would be that there's a lot of, as much as you guys have discussed challenging the 24-hour light in Antarctica, I think it also would have been another nice notch on the belt, since you're already there, to have gone over the pole. So.
Right, but that's before. Like, what can we do, like, right now in December on this trip? I have no control over what they did in TFE. Now, we're going to take star trails of the stars moving clockwise rather than counterclockwise and around the south celestial pole instead of the north celestial pole, right? Mm-hmm. And also totally different stars. And someone did suggest, what's his name? Red Cloud Media suggested to do stellarium predictions and then compare them to reality. And that kind of stuff.
That couldn't hurt. That couldn't hurt. Sure.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I imagine it shows. Imagine it looks like what it's
conclusive than just flying over the South Pole.
That's over. What did you say, Riggs?
Oh, I imagine I would predict that it shows about what it's showing in Stellarium. That's what I would predict. But
okay, but then
that would be good though, Max. If you use Skyview and you have everybody bring up Crux, you're going to be pointing up and you're going to be showing it, and everybody in the northern hemisphere is going to be pointing at the ground. So unless you're arguing that somehow that software has been coordinated globally to show you one thing and everybody else something else, that would be a good illustration.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Where I'm at, if I were to look at the South Pole using a star navigation map, I'm looking at the ground. Why is that?
Right, but if Max shows Crux or the Southern Cross or whatever at the same time, then we all see him pointing up and his screen showing it centered on the star, right? I'm just saying that we believe it, but there will be people that won't believe unless they see it.
Yeah.
I can't find the Southern Cross.
Basil for $5 said, reminder that Jaren is a grifter. He's a bold-faced liar that lied for money on the internet for 10 years. So thank you, Basil.
Bless you, Basil.
And then he said, just like TFE, this is a vanity project. I wouldn't call it that, but Basil, you should know. You funded it. So what were you going to say, Riggs? Because
oh no, I pretty much already said it. I mean, I'm sorry.
What was that?
Riggs, just getting back to your flight over Antarctica.
Yeah.
Real quick, whoever was looking for Southern Cross.
Getting back to your flight over Antarctica, Riggs. 7-4 Gear offered that flight. He had a plane ready. He offered it to a load of flat earthers, and no one took him up on it.
Oh,
that pilot, the pilot with the YouTube channel.
Well, it's been done
look,
already.
If somebody wants to give me a flight over the pole, I'll take it. So I'm not sure.
I mean, they've happened. It's
I don't know.
It's such a niche flight to take that unless you want to fly over the South Pole, that's the only reason why you would do that.
It's like
but it's too late now. No one took him up. He offered it.
It's like $50,000.
And would it be dangerous?
Not. I mean, they
not
dangerous as flying any kind of plane, but Punta Arenas is affordable. Anyone can go.
I wouldn't say that, Max. If anything happens, you left to land remote, you're pretty much dead.
Well, but they would know your flight path. So if you were to like disappear, they'd be like, "Okay, this plane disappeared."
But you can't just land anywhere. You know,
but they would know at least the.
Yeah, I mean, you're better off than nothing. But I wouldn't. If you asked me if I'd take a flight to fly over the South Pole just for shits and grins, I would, unless there's something you could do that everybody would then, while you're doing it, say, "Oh, I 100% accept that." Have everybody then deny it afterwards, it would be a waste of time and dangerous.
Well, but you could know for yourself, right? Like, there's some other things that I'm really curious about. I'm curious about, the rotation of the stars directly under the pole. At both poles. I think it's really interesting.
Clockwise at the south, counterclockwise at the north. I mean, I can see that from my house.
We have a couple videos. We have a couple videos, but being able to have your own copy of, the star trails.
Yeah, we'll get that.
That would be cool.
That we will get the star trails in the south. Yes.
Right. Anywhere in the southern hemisphere, at some point, you're going to see the same thing. I mean, you might be looking straight up, or you might be looking at a 60 or 50-degree angle, but everyone's going to see the same thing from 30 on.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, that's what they say. I don't know.
I see that every day. I don't have a gear that's good enough to record that, but Josh is bringing a P1000 to record the star trails. Yes.
Oh, I've been muted. Can you post the video directly under the polls you mentioned?
No, what I said is that there's hundreds of videos of star trails, not directly under the pole.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my concern is I would want, if of all the things I'd want to go over the South Pole myself, either walking on a plane or something like that, some kind of traverse over it. And then I'd want star trails at both poles. And then obviously furthermore, I'd love to have unfettered access, but I know that's not a thing. So, and $1 billion. Thank you.
But doesn't that seem like an unreasonable request? I mean,
no, $1 billion is totally reasonable. Everybody's a billionaire these days. Haven't you seen?
For $1,500, you can go to the southernmost city in the world and see what's going on there. That is accessible. That is doable. In fact, if you crowdfund between today and December, you can definitely
I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. I can pay for a trip. It just doesn't make a move for me, Doesn't do anything.
There's no commercial flights that will ever go over the South Pole. Never. There's no.
That sounds like a problem. That sounds like a problem.
Why is it a problem?
Well, it's unsafe.
Well, can I make
a reason for it?
For
I mean,
routine
you say
flights,
it's unsafe, but all the planes that fly up in that at that altitude have to experience the same temperatures. So
Yeah, no, but
What
the
if you just
problem
went to the
is
South
It's
Pole?
not a temperature issue.
the problem is emergency landings. If you are like
Yeah.
smack dab in
oh,
the
well, just don't
middle
have an
of
emergency.
if you're
People
smack
fly
dab
over
in
the
the
ocean all the
middle
time.
of Antarctica,
I think
you have nowhere
Problem-
You
to
can't tell if
go.
that's sarcastic or if you're being
Sorry,
legit.
No,
IC
it's
Spain
sarcastic.
wanted to
No,
say
no,
something.
no, no. Just don't have an emergency. Plane flight is the safest form of travel. I did this. I looked up the stats.
Yeah,
It
but you
is.
have to
idea
have
about the,
emergency for everything.
But one of the
I
reasons
think the
why
idea.
that is true is that they don't make those kind of very dangerous trips.
Why is
I
it
know.
dangerous?
It's doing something like that routinely. It's not that it
Dangerous.
can't be done or that it is less or more dangerous. It's doing something that is unnecessarily dangerous routinely
Mhm.
for
Why
no
is it
reason.
dangerous?
Because you have no way
nowhere
of
to
if you
land.
if the plane
Yeah, but
gets
how
into
often do you have to
trouble.
do an emergency landing?
Well, even if it is a slight chance, if the plane gets an emergency situation, there is nowhere to land. You're dead. You can't
There's
land
a big
safely
landmass
anywhere on
there.
ice like that. Well,
No, yeah, but there's no runway. You can
Yeah.
only land in
People fly over the
Antarctica.
ocean.
You can only land
People
in
fly. Why does anybody fly over the ocean then?
you can only land in Antarctica with a specialized plane that doesn't have wheels. It has like little skates.
Well,
Yeah,
the question
every
is
time
why
they
does
fly
anyone
over
why
the
does anybody fly over
Pacific
the
Ocean,
ocean?
right?
It's a necessity to get from A to B.
every time they land in Antarctica, they have to refurbish the runway after every plane.
I think the idea about the trip, and Max, you can tell me if I'm wrong, is to test test the two models, right? To test what the globe predicts and what the flat Earth predicts. And I think that that's the name of the game, really, and it's the scientific approach. And so whether or not we go to the South Pole, like in my opinion, it's irrelevant. It's about testing predictions. And like, do you look at it from that perspective at all, Riggs?
No, not at all.
You don't think
You
that's a
could go
little
to the South
unfair?
Pole.
You can't perform. Look, the shape of the Earth is not a scientific question. All right, like if we have an inference, or if we have witnessed evidence, or we question that the globe is really what's happening, then everything else outside of that is discovery. So it's not about making claims; it's about what is.
Right, but if you were to go outside tonight anywhere in northern hemisphere and do a star trail, stars would move counterclockwise. The trails would look like they're moving clockwise, right?
They go
So if
east
you
to west.
if you
they
saw
look that way.
right, but and
No,
if
it's
you
not
saw
east to west.
hold on, and if you saw somebody doing a live stream, they not only show the opposite rotation but completely different stars. In other words, they say, "Hey, I've got app X, and I'm going to look up Crux. Here's where it is,
Yeah.
and you can see me pointing to it, and it's right, and you can see them holding it up to the sky. And then they show the viewfinder, and you can see it centered in the viewfinder. And you do the same thing in the northern hemisphere. You're pointing through the ground, right? And if they also show wherever they are that the sun is either 24-hour or mostly sunny because they're not all the way at the South Pole, or it's not that time of year, you realize that there's completely different mechanics. Is that not enough to? And again, I think you're asking for like flying over the South Pole. That's just never going to happen. But
No, I'm not even saying it would be a verification. I'm just saying it's something I'd like to do, something I would like to have under my belt, as to what I've tested or tried or whatever. Push the limits of.
Sure, and
I'm
that's
not saying
fine.
I'm
but
not saying it would
that's
even change my mind.
a little bit unreasonable. I posted in the side chat a video of sunset in my city, and if you look at that, let me mute. If you play that, you will see that the sun, we're looking west because we're looking at the sunset, and the sun is moving right to left. And at the same time,
Right to left, looking north or south.
Oh my God,
Taylor.
Sunset. Okay, I
That's a
said
big
that.
deal.
I'm sorry. Audio warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're looking west. Sorry, it's a
Yeah, if
thing
you're looking
on my
west.
channel. Yes.
Okay, so the thing is, whenever people look at the sun or the moon,
Oh, dropped.
Oh, okay. She's gone.
Man, I was ready to hear that.
Hair connection.
Rage quit.
No,
I'm
come
just
on.
kidding.
No,
I feel blue bone.
She's about to drop bombs.
The topic here for $5 says, "Missed the start." Thank you so much. Missed the start, but it would be helpful for others in different locations to do the same observations to compare, like it was done with the sunspots during TFE. I'll make a note of that. We can invite people to the live stream. If I manage to be able to live stream, we can invite people to the live stream with a link on StreamYard, and they can share their camera and show their sunset and whatnot.
Yes,
that's a
I'm
great
willing
idea.
to do that. I'm willing to do that.
We have I have someone in Japan. Yagi Chandan said that he can share in Japan. And yeah, I'm taking a note of that. Kipter for $5 says there was a pilot YouTuber 74 geared offered to crowdfund and take flat earthers over the South Pole. No takers. Yes.
Max.
Yes.
Why is it, Max, that every flat earther doesn't understand looking west?
I don't know, but I love yelling.
It's like people say it moves left to right in the sky, right to left, but like for the sun or moon, for example, you like in the northern hemisphere, you're gonna be like looking south, and in the southern hemisphere, you're gonna be looking north. So you're gonna be looking cardinally in different directions.
I am going to yell this again. You are looking west.
Hold on, Max. I think people don't misunderstand what you said. So what he's saying is that yes. So just face west, whether in the north or southern hemisphere, because the Earth has tilt, and the sun will appear to look. It's not going to go exactly left to right, but it's gonna be more left to right or right to left, is what he's saying.
I posted a video.
Either way, it's gonna be coming from behind you, overhead and setting. One's gonna arc left more.
No, if you west.
Yes,
you're
if you're looking west,
Taylor, it's already in front of you.
the sun sets to the west.
It's set, yeah. But Taylor, what you're saying is right. If you're facing west in morning, it will come from behind you always, but it will slant from either over your left shoulder or over your right shoulder. It will not be the same. Whereas if you were at the equator, again, time of year would matter.
If you're looking west, yeah, you're right. It's not just going to arc in the sky from.
And Max, she's right. It is confusing sometimes when people say that, and then you're like, "Well, wait, where?" It confused me, Max. I'll be honest with you.
It doesn't. It's not confusing.
I mean,
I posted.
That's why we did our experiment on the equinox.
I'm a
Well,
globe earther.
If Taylor looks at the video I posted in the side chat, it's looking west in Los Angeles. You see the sun setting, and it's going from the left to the right.
Yeah,
in front of you.
Look, she asked the question. I get I understand exactly what she meant, and I answered her.
I understand too, but when the sun
I don't
rises,
think you need to get mad about it. She just needed clarification.
No, I mean, I don't get mad. It's just a funny joke to yell at people that you're looking west. You know me. I love.
Well, the idea is that we did it on the equinox. Max and I did on the 20th of March, and the reason we did it is because it's directly over the equator. And that way we can tell, like if I'm looking south and mine's going left to right and he's looking north and his is going from right to left, it's hard to explain on a flat earth and it's predicted.
Right, but it's the right to left to right thing that people misunderstand. And I'm the same way. When you, if you don't focus on what someone's saying, looking west, and it's an arc more than, it's not going to go right to left and left to right.
Yeah, it's not horizontal, it arcs.
Exactly, and that's the point I think that needs clarification, and I think that's what she was asking.
But does she understand? Do you understand now, Taylor?
Definitely.
You do. Okay, good.
You don't need to reply, Taylor. But Basil for $5, thank you so much. Says, can you ask this Taylor person if she's currently lying on her bed with a bag of Cheetos on her belly? Come on, Basil.
I don't need Cheetos.
Yeah, so
I read that.
And because he sent a super chat.
Super chat.
No, she's sitting comfortably cutting her husband's beard. Let's be respectful.
Let's keep it civil. Nice. Come on.
Speaking of that, I'm still waiting for my proof when she was cutting her husband's beard.
What I would like to ask Taylor is like we have like a handful of predictions, 4 or 5 predictions for the globe when we are in Punta Arenas. How many of those would the globe have to be correct for you to consider that you might be wrong?
I don't think that they're wrong personally. Some people think it's fake, but
no, not about TFE. About what we are particularly doing in Punta Arenas in December. Oh, and by the way, why don't you come with us? It's like $1,500 from the US to get down here.
I have to pay.
Well, duh.
unfortunately.
We do a fundraiser.
We could. I mean, I could help out with a fundraiser to get you down here with
Go
us.
fan rent.
I think the question to ask though is, so Taylor, if you star view whatever you want to use, if you pick a star and look at it in the northern hemisphere, and you know how you have to face, right? And you were to ask Max live when he's in Punta Arenas to do the same thing, and he were to show it's underneath him, and I'm not saying you would be 100% convinced, but wouldn't you think that at least debunks or makes flat Earth extremely questionable? Because when can it ever be underneath you on flat Earth? I'm not asking you to commit. I'm simply saying, can't you see a scenario or one thing that you can
Using Stellarium, you're saying? Well, Stellarium has.
I'm saying Skyview, but it's Stellarium would be fine too. Whatever app lets you type in a star and then it shows you arrows until your thing is there and then shows a circle around it. Like it's literally pointing right to it for you. So you hold it up and there it is. It's not like just telling you what it looks like. It's actually finding it for you. Wouldn't you think that that's a really good proof that it couldn't be a flat surface?
Because Stellarium projects the coordinates like on the ball, and so essentially you'd have to point down to see the southern stars.
Yeah, so you might like to take a look at star. Like I think Skyview is one of the best ones, but it's free.
Yeah.
And what it does is if you type in type in crux or you know, and what it'll do is it'll show you arrows on your phone if you're nowhere near it. And then the closer you move to where it is, it'll show you the arc of the arc of it throughout the whole night, as well as a circle around it that you can then move until you're right on it. Then you're basically looking right at that star. It finds it for you and helps you find it by showing arrows.
We did it the other day with MC Toon, and we did it with Icy Spin on stream. And for me, you can't see me, but on my stream, people can see it. For me, whenever I mark Polaris on my app, it always points towards the floor. And when Icy Spin tries to search for crux, it also points at the floor for him. But I'm looking upwards. I'm looking towards the south.
That would expect anything different.
Look at Skyview, just so you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's free.
I spent a minute on there because I was looking at stars at the observatory multiple times to like view. I was trying to identify them. So whenever I post the video,
It's a good app to have no matter what, because no matter where you are at any given time, it's inside the house. You can find out where it is.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
One thing that I like to challenge people to do sometimes, and this is very, very simple, is to actually just do the Skyview thing, but look at what your latitude is and then make a prediction that, for example, I'm in North Florida. I'm at like 30.5 degrees north latitude. And I can pull up just as the sun will come up tomorrow, pull up the app and find Polaris, and it will be at 30.5 degrees no matter what time of day I look at it. Like I can do it right now. I can drop a picture for you and show you, but it's an interesting challenge to put forward to a room full of people is, hey, look at what your latitude is, find it, don't dox yourself, but like look and see if Polaris in this app says what your latitude is. It just tells you what the degrees
above the
is.
northern hemisphere, in the northern hemisphere, see stars in the south.
Depends on how far. Well, it depends on how far you go, but no is a general answer.
You can see stars that they can see in the south, but I mean, you've got that sphere of of vision, right? Like it's only going to go as far. Like if you're at the equator and you go, the further you go south of the equator, the more you're going to be able to see the southern crux. But then you're going to be having a hard time seeing. You won't be able to see Polaris at that point. So it's just going to, it's just going to swing based on where you are. Like Jack and Max said.
Hawaii is like 21 degrees north, kind of like equal with like California. That's what they say. And then essentially it can see the Southern Cross.
You can't.
Like the full Southern Cross.
Oh my God.
Which is a deep
Wait,
south.
what are you talking about?
Stop it. That's not true. I've been to Hawaii 6,000 times. You can't see the Southern Cross.
Yeah, look it up. Yes.
No.
And on their
Honey,
and
no,
on
you
the ancient
cannot.
star map, I promise. And on their ancient star maps, when I was there, they do the Southern Cross.
Yeah,
Look it up on your AI right now. Say, can Hawaii see the Southern Cross?
I'm not gonna look at AI. I don't need AI to tell me this.
Use Earth Sky or whatever. I don't care.
I've been there.
Hold on. AI says yes. Spring, February to May, you can catch the constellation in the late evening, standing highest in the southern sky. In winter, it becomes visible low on the southern horizon just before dawn.
So it's
You
like
can see
Mercury,
the entire
Venus, barely see them, if maybe.
No, they can see the entire Southern Cross.
So she's right. 25 to 26 degrees north latitude is the most, and that would limit visibility to Hawaii, the Florida Keys, and the most southern tip of Texas. And that
Well,
does
no,
depend on
because
time of year.
wait, isn't
Uh,
wait, isn't it equal latitude with California or the Hawaii? Let me pull up Google Earth. Hold on.
No.
No, it's
Maybe
further
a
north.
little further south.
Sorry, yep.
With the southern states, though.
Right, but the tip of it basically said the Florida Keys, which are the most southern point in Florida, and the very southern portion of Texas.
What the heck is wrong with you?
25, 26 degrees. You can look at, if you just look at a globe.
California is between 32 and 42.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
Too far north.
So it's like, is it on the same latitude as Florida? It looks like it.
Right, and that's what this is saying. Basically, 25 to
Florida
26
can see
degrees
the
north
Southern
latitude.
Cross?
Well, in the Keys, not where I am.
There's,
I'm 6 hours
uh,
north.
There to draw this for me to explain.
I just did a screenshot in the app, and you can see that that's where Polaris is measured. There is you can actually do it like use AR, like Jack was talking about, where you can actually have the overlay on the screen of your camera, and you can find the stars, and it's really neat. But I turned it off obviously for this.
Wait, can Hawaii can see Polaris too, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but the Southern Cross for me, it will be higher in the sky than Hawaii, because I'm 35 degrees south.
And and so the Southern Crux should be at 35 degrees elevation, right, Max?
Yeah.
For you?
Roughly.
Yeah.
But it's very low.
In
You have
Hawaii,
to be
yes.
unobstructed view to the ocean to see in Hawaii.
I think a better experiment is 3 a.m. Taylor. I don't know where you are in the United States, but take out that same app and tell me where the sun is. You're going to look down through the floor. And on a flat Earth, the idea that it gets smaller and smaller and just you can't see it anymore, but it's always above the horizon. That's an instant debunk, right?
What?
Can I speak to Max 1 second? I feel I may be being a bit critical. I feel like we haven't mentioned Punta Arenas in about 50 minutes since Taylor came in.
Yeah.
The focus, I thought the focus was on the trip to Punta Arenas.
Yeah, that's
not trying to convince Taylor.
I have some.
How many people here are flat Earth right now, though?
I have some.
Yeah, I know,
thoughts.
but you focus on the one flat Earth that's in here rather than talk about Punta Arenas, which I thought was a part of the live stream.
I have some thoughts on asking people on the street. Obviously, I would have to subtitle it because people speak Spanish in Punta Arenas. Ask them what day it is, what time, and if they can go on their phone and give me a headline in order to fix, to make sure that we are actually there, right?
In the old days, they'd use a newspaper.
Yes. Oh, that's a cool idea. Buy a newspaper, and of course,
See if you can buy a newspaper that day.
Newspaper.
Max, also make sure you have Physics Toolbox on your phone before you go.
I do have it already. Yes.
Perfect.
I have to run. Max, it's been a great live stream. I want to reiterate the idea of having a central command, if you will, like it's a TV show kind of thing. If your live stream goes out like it happened at TFE, they tried to do a live stream of it, and it failed. Then you're not just dead in the water.
No, but that was one of the live streams. There were many other more live streams. The one that failed was the one for Candace Owens.
Oh, was that the one that failed? Okay.
Yes, but for example, the first live stream that they did from Antarctica at midnight, I was in a debate on MDD, and I pulled up their live stream and shared it live while I was debating Nathan Thompson and Chris with FTFE on MDD. So we have cross-reference of things that happened at the same time.
Yeah, no, Max, I remember that, and they lost their shit.
Oh my, they really didn't want me to share my screen.
No, they hated it.
Okay, so Hawaii can see the Southern Cross and Polaris.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Obviously, you can see Polaris. It's in the northern hemisphere.
Yeah.
But if I check, let me see, night sky. If you open your star tracker app right now, Taylor, and you search for crux, and I will search for crux directions. Where is it? Oh, it's there. It's above my head to the southwest. And if people looking at my stream can see where my phone is pointed at. Right? And if you try to find crux, for you, it will point at the floor. And now I will look for Polaris. Polaris, get directions. Come on, phone. Polaris directions. Oh, yeah, it's below the floor. For me,
Yeah,
right,
Max,
right
if I were to
now.
look at it, why is it above my head though?
It should be approximately what negative 45, negative 55 elevation. Does it show something like that?
That's like me asking you, like, if I go on Shane's app and be like, oh, why is it doing this? It's matching. Blah, blah, blah. Like, that's just an AI projection of something is not good evidence.
But you can actually find it in reality, though. Like, yeah, of course, it's like
Yeah, I mean,
showing you through
I'm just
CGI,
saying
right?
if
It's
you-
showing you
I'm
where it is,
not-
but it's based on the model.
Right, Taylor, but if I go outside, I can find the Southern Cross
Yes,
exactly where my phone
well,
tells me that
I
it
mean,
is.
I've never been on this thing, but I've seen videos of it. I'm not even an AE person. Like, I don't necessarily think it's correct, but at all. But like, if you put just because you have an AI model and be like, hey, look what it's doing. I don't know. Just generally, I would say it's not very convincing. That's just
That
personal
just
statement.
sounds like a whole lot of words to say nah.
Yeah, just say you don't believe it, Taylor.
I mean, it's just you can make an AI model of anything pretty much.
Yeah, the problem
Well, this
is
isn't
that
AI, though.
hold on. The problem is that when I go outside and I look at the sky, the star is exactly where the model tells me that it is. The constellation actually does like the Southern Cross is very easy to identify because it literally looks like a cross. It's very easy to identify. It's one of the first things.
Don't you find, Taylor? That's why we're trying to use a practical. So practical, like in special effects, mean it's done like right in front of you. Like people do something that makes it look like it's not CGI or it's not a trick. So when I say take your app and look for the sun, you're practically pointing it to where the sun is, right? And if it's anywhere below the horizon, doesn't that, and I'm not trying to be an asshole, I'm asking you legit, but doesn't that make you question, every flat earther tells you that the sun disappears to a point, but it never sets below the horizon. Skyview is going to say the sun is right now is looking through the floor. That's impossible on a flat earth. Doesn't that at least make you question that as a possibility that it's even flat?
But you can also, like, in all due respect, you can open Shane's model and then point it to the sun and like, oh, there it is. It's matching up to what it says it's
Well,
going to
Shane's
do.
model was invented a month ago, A, and B, it's really stretching. Yeah.
Well, just try it. I mean,
no, like we could ask
I've seen
anybody
people try it,
ever.
but-
I
Do you
tried it.
expect
I tried
Google's?
it. It doesn't work.
An AI model is not that convincing. I don't know.
Oh, wait.
We're not talking AI, though,
Hold on.
right?
Contradiction. You just said an AI model is not convincing, but you are convinced by Shane's and Alan's
I never said
model,
I'm convinced
which
by
is
his model.
which is
I'm just saying people, it can match reality.
You said you just contradicted
You're
yourself.
lying though about what I
Just
said.
contradicted yourself hardcore. You said
No, I don't.
that the Night Sky app is not convincing because it's an AI model,
Never
and
said
then you're
Shane's model
convinced
was
by
convincing.
Shane's.
Like,
By the
So
can I
time
finish
out.
my sentence?
Yeah, let him finish, Taylor. Just
And
let's
you
everybody.
said that you're convinced by their model, which is also AI?
never said that.
Okay,
I said if you're holding it to the same standard, like, oh, it's doing what it says it's going to do, like,
the
So,
Shane and Alan's model
I can't
does
tell
not
you.
match reality.
So
Okay,
we were
I
all
don't
in
think
we were
that's
all in an
convincing.
8-hour
Neither side.
drop dead argument. Let's all like pretend we're not talking to Oakley anymore. So Taylor,
We'll let you file it.
I understand though that Shane model that they live debunked it, like MC Toon.
I debunked
and but a lot of people would show you like, hey, let's go to a date we know when something happened. In this case, it was a solar eclipse, and where that eclipse happened. And they showed that model showed that from anywhere you looked on the Earth, it was the same, basically the same picture of the solar eclipse. The same amount would be seen. I mean, they proved that it was broken as soon as it came out. I wouldn't give it any credit until you can show that it actually. It really doesn't mean anything, is what I'm trying to say. It's kind of just made up. I know you won't believe me, but don't you?
No, I do. I mean, I don't think you're lying.
But again, my point back to Skyview. Just forget everything else. Skyview shows you that the sun is below your feet right now, and then every other time you use it this week during the day, it shows you exactly where it is. Isn't that compelling?
Personally, I'm gonna say no. It's not to me. But that's just my personal opinion.
Why not? Just if you wouldn't mind.
Because it's just you can put an AI projection on.
It's not an AI. It's software.
Yeah. So you're basically like, you can put the coordinate system and wrap it around different shapes, and still, like, if you do that with Stellarium, like, okay, over this location, these are the stars you see. You can put that over different shapes, and it'd be reasonably accurate.
You're right. If you were trying to fool somebody, you could. So let me ask you this: what if at the same time during the night you were to FaceTime with someone in the Southern Hemisphere, and them using the same app as you? You can go into your phone and you can show the version and the app, right? It's identical. And they point up at the sky and it's light, and they show you where theirs is. Is that more compelling or not?
Like, they can show me it's light over there.
Yes.
And
So
I
right
see the
now
dark?
you're in North America or wherever you are. The sun is under the ground. It's pointing down at your feet. You FaceTime right now with somebody who's in the Southern Hemisphere, and they show you, hey, I'm live with you. It's here's the time of day or whatever, and I'm going to point mine at the sun. It's the same app as you have. We'll go into settings and show it's the same app, same version.
Yeah.
And they're looking up,
Yeah, I
and
think
you see
there's
it's
a
lit up.
24-hour sun in the Southern Hemisphere, per se.
Well, it's sunlight right now in the Southern Hemisphere.
No.
Okay.
No.
Not all of it. So I'm okay.
It's not.
Let me take that back. The other side of the world.
don't
I'm
think
sorry. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, the
I
other
didn't mean
side
to
of the
confuse you.
world. Yeah.
The other side of the world is what I meant.
Oh yeah, we have someone. Hold on, is he still
I
here?
just want a high standard of evidence on either side.
Like South Africa.
It was my bad for I meant the other side of the world, not the Southern Hemisphere. That was my fault.
So
You would
having a
admit
working
that
model-
practical example is pretty compelling, though, right?
Is it fair to say that having a working model isn't compelling enough, Taylor?
A working model, like an AI model, or what do you
It
mean?
doesn't. Whatever.
It's like a heliocentric model.
What's your favorite? Like, is there a real life model, like of I don't know. I'm a little skeptical, like personally.
Yes, there
that
is. If you
23
buy a
degree
globe from a toy store, which has the
like
proper
23
tilt,
degree tilt,
right?
like,
And it will. Just
right.
just listen to me first before you talk. Set it down on a table in your house. Then grab any lamp you want and set the lamp somewhere enough where it will light up half of that globe, or mostly half of it. And then spin the globe any way you want. And while something's happening, say that again.
The sun is like huge, and it's like so far
Doesn't
away.
matter. We're not talking about size
The
differences
scale,
right
I
now.
would like to see it replicated.
Well,
is
but
there any
that's-
scaled models of like at least the sun?
Right, but
maybe
listen
the
to what I'm
moon
saying
size?
before you talk about replicating it, right? So we're just doing something to show basic geometry. So put the table lamp on the table, put the globe on the table. Spin it any way you want to, and one side will be light and one side will be dark, right? And you can use that to predict. It's close enough for you to say, well, if it's light here and I'm in New York City, this shows that it should be dead dark, middle of the night here. And then if you go look at all these software programs that you say could be faked, and I agree they could be if it was a conspiracy, you will find that they match. So what we're saying is a practical model, meaning a thing you can hold in your hand, matches all the software and all this AI. It's not AI, but all the AI stuff you're calling it. That makes it even more compelling, doesn't it?
I would like to see a practical model, like in real life.
Oh, there are.
Yeah.
There are.
Can you-
It's just that it
Where
takes
could I
like,
go for that? That's super cool.
There's
Where
a
could I see
couple
that?
of them. There's a couple of them in Europe that are actually built to like scale, but you
Wow.
will see the sun, and then you have to walk a bunch of blocks to get the
That's fine.
distance to like the Earth. Yeah.
That's so cool. Like, can you is there a video or a name or something?
Yeah, give me.
People
but that's
have
not
made
going to
good.
help you with the lighting up part, which is what I'm saying, right? It's
Well, I'm
like
interested
if
in
you
it.
want to walk a quarter mile to see the scale size of Uranus or something like that, it will show you that.
You can make it smaller. You can make the light source smaller. You can scale everything down.
It's in Sweden.
Mhm.
And it's called the Sweden Solar System. It's on a 1 to 20 million scale. The sun is
Wow.
represented by the massive Avicii Arena, formerly the Globe Arena in Stockholm. And this is a
That's so
place
cool.
where you
You're
can
doing
go.
it?
Yeah. So the sun, the Mercury is the Stockholm City Museum, 2.9 kilometers from the arena. Venus is the House of Science in Stockholm, 5.5 kilometers from the sun. And the Earth would be the Swedish Museum of Natural History, 7.6 kilometers.
Swedish. I looked it up. Trying to see.
Yeah, Sweden
That
Solar
is cool.
System, the
That's super
world's
cool.
biggest scale model. If
Do you
you,
have a? Can you share your? Well, maybe you might not have it ready. It's okay.
I
I just thought
can.
we
There's
could
a
look.
YouTube video I can link to you. Hold on.
Thank you. You could DM it or whatever, or you can put it in chat.
The last time that I tried to DM you, I didn't go through. Give me 1 sec. But I posted the. Let me see if it goes.
Wait, let me make sure I friend you.
You got it.
Just put something in the chat that some guys did it in a dry lake bed in Nevada.
Just make sure you understand what that would prove, because that's a scale showing like size.
Yeah.
It wouldn't help you for lighting conditions or anything like that.
Right. Nothing
And
to
that's
do
what
with
I was
light.
trying to, Taylor, I was just trying to point out how easy it would be to make the software question whether it matches a practical, which is just grab any globe.
Well, that's
instead of
why
any
that's one of the
lamp.
cool things y'all could do when you're there is show that it matches. Like,
No,
the last
I
thing
agree
had
with
to-
you. I was just trying to give you an example you can
Yeah.
do right now at your house,
What's pretty dark, almost pretty dark here. Yeah.
which is exactly my point.
Obviously, this this doesn't have the
I
orbit.
expected to say the sun's like below me or whatever on the other side. Like that's not. I've used those models many times. Like I said,
Well, wait. But you're kind of waffling here. When you say or whatever, it's definitely below you. And that
Or
software
on
you
the other
have,
side, actually, it's not below me, right? The
it is
sun's
below
not.
you. Yeah,
It is below you.
I mean, technically, it's other
kind
side,
of
but also
It's
okay.
fine.
Other side is below you, though, right?
They're just saying you have to point your phone towards the floor in order to
Maybe in
see
a
it,
few
like in the
hours, I guess.
software.
on your level.
She
So
doesn't
if
down. She didn't download the app. If she downloads the app, she'll understand.
Oh, I
Right.
do have it.
So
Can
right
you-
now, just open the app and say, put in the sun, and tell us where it's pointing.
My
Just
phone's broken at the moment. I got salt water in it for Hawaii.
okay.
But good thing my husband's right here, and
That's right.
I'm on it right now. I'm on Stellarium. Is that your favorite?
No.
I like Skyview. I'll be honest with you. Stellarium's confusing to use.
Dude, when you zoom out, it's like a circle.
You fucking
Like
went
it's
to Hawaii a month ago. Your phone's still broken? Jesus Christ.
Dude, I know. They said that their parts are on back order at Apple. I went there yesterday and raised tech. I wasn't rude or anything. I'm like, dude, it's been 4 days. It's supposed to be because I have Apple Care 1. Like, it's supposed to be expedited replacement, but that's BS.
For me, right now, everyone is watching me on my stream. For me, the sun is almost right below my feet, like straight down there.
I could call my friend right now in Tel Aviv. He's 10 hours ahead. It's 7:15 in LA.
Is your friend Sam?
How can we
Sal.
prove it's under,
friend Sal. No, he's
Sam,
not. He's not
Israel.
Sam.
Well, I mean, the
It's the guy
argument.
that was sent for the UFC.
The argument would be,
Yeah, that's right.
Do it during the day. Use the app during the day, and it will point towards the sun. And then validate it with during the night. Look at Polaris, so you can validate that the app works by looking at stuff that you can see. So when you cannot see it, you know that it should be accurate. And then what you can do is get someone like me on the same, like on a Discord call or like sharing camera or whatever, or someone who you trust. Doesn't have to be me. Someone who's in the South, and they can show you that it also works for them at the same time. So while you are looking down at where the sun is, they can be looking up at where the sun is. We have Yagi Chandan, who is in Japan. It should be day. Yagi Chandan says, the sun is on my left, he says. He's in Japan right now. And we have people probing time in my chat said that it's around noon for him in Australia. And when you said that you don't subscribe to like the AE map, the problem is that the sun takes a path that it's only possible, like that's the only possible AE map, because the sun goes Australia, Africa, South America. Like, and then like in the north, it would be like Russia, Europe, North America. And there's
Is
nothing
anybody
that...
familiar with E1? Are y'all familiar with him?
With what?
I want to hear y'all's thoughts on that. E1's model, New Perspective. It's kind of like the AE map, but then there's another, like there's a pole, like a northern, there's a north and south pole, like on a magnetic pole.
Yes,
and like you know how the sun does like the NLM, like the little figure 8. Well, between seasons, it kind of does that shape over different poles. So essentially, the only difference is Antarctica is like a continent.
Yeah.
And then it's pretty interesting.
Oh, the analemma.
Yeah, the
Analemma. Did I say that wrong? I don't think so. Analemma.
You were close enough.
Oh,
You were close enough.
I remember. I know that girl. She was everyone's
And
favorite.
it's over a year, not over a
The
month.
problem with the dual pole model is that you have to Pac-Man from one side to the other.
No, there's no Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. Pac-Man.
The analemma's over a year.
No, there's no I think he has a demonstration of what he thinks is doing.
Sure.
There's no Pac-Man situation.
Heather, can I ask you a question? I'm honest when I ask you this question.
I know you cannot.
I'm not trying to insult you, but it seems like you are extremely critical of the globe Earth model and open to almost anything else that even kind of explains it.
Did I not say I don't believe in the email?
No, I'm not. I'm just asking. This is a question. So
I said I'm not open to questions.
Well, but you every time somebody brings up a thing, you say "but" and you immediately list something else.
You should be critical.
I'm not criticizing you. I'm asking you legit. Do you think you're presupposed, because that's your belief, to be ultra critical of globe Earth claims and more susceptible to
Both.
any explanation otherwise?
No, I'm critical of both. That's why I was asking for y'all's debunks. I'm literally looking for debunks. Like, what do you mean?
But if you don't think an app that shows the sun on the other side of the Earth, that every time during the day matches that every other time of the day matches, I mean, that's like it's practical. You hold it in your hands. It's not an AI. It's not computer generated. And you can call somebody if you don't believe like what you're seeing is like fake. Call someone from the other side of the Earth, and in other words, you could in 1 hour see everything you need to say the sun can't be circling above a flat plane.
Okay, so what would be nice is like comparing the thing, like if in Sweden it's actually moving, like we were to have like viewpoints from that globe on the scaled model, and then like where would the sun be, like maybe if there was like some nano chip camera, so whatever, to see from different perspectives what it would look like on the scaled model versus what it looks like in reality, instead of the AI. Stop interrupting me,
you took what I
please.
just
It's
said,
very
though,
hard. I get
made
interrupted by like 10 people.
Wait, Taylor,
I'm like
did you understand what
flipping
I
over
said
my
to
words
you?
'cause I'm trying to finish. Please let me finish one statement. Okay, so instead of the AI model and comparing that to what we see in reality, maybe you can use that like scaled model in Sweden and like have like different viewpoints from the Earth. Like here's actually what it would look like. Here's a scaled model,
Taylor,
and this is what it looks like in the sky instead of like
Taylor?
the AI.
I don't know. I think she's broken.
Hello?
Taylor, I'm going to take back what I said. I'm going to take back what I said about being nice to you. You're completely in denial.
Hello? Taylor, that model in Sweden doesn't move. The model in Sweden is made so that you get a sense of scale of where the distance are. But it's all the planets are lined up, and they're never lined up like
Where's
that.
the actual model that moves and does the thing?
You can build one yourself. I built when
Is
I
there
was
any?
in.
Oh, I thought you said there was a model. Okay, sorry.
I mean,
I
there
so
are.
tried.
Are they all like
Hold
computer
on, 1
generated?
second. There's many types of models. The one in Sweden is so you get a sense of the scale. But I built a solar system model myself to scale. Obviously, it wasn't a 1 to 20,000, 20 million, whatever distance. It was a much reduced scale. But I built one myself with like sticks and foam balls. I built it when I was a kid. I was in 4th grade in primary school.
I think she left. Oh, she's here.
But what is she trying to prove with the scale? I don't get it.
I think if you want to compare a model to reality to show it's right, like an actual physical model, even if it's not like perfect with every planet or whatever, maybe just the sun, moon, and Earth, like would be more convincing than AI, something AI generated.
What does scale of the Earth have to do with what we're talking about, right? Listen, Taylor, I'm willing to jump. I'm willing to bend over backwards, but you're not listening to anything I said. I said you can prove the light, the sunlight, the stars in your house right now in an hour.
Yeah.
And you're talking about a scale model. If the sun were the size of a light bulb, how far do you think the Earth would be away to be scale? It would be 9 meters. So what light bulb would you use to light up something 9 meters away and get
not that large of a light source?
For fuck's sake, Taylor, you can look at the sun and where it is.
Okay,
you're not listening to anything I'm saying, and then you immediately go to like a scale model, which would only show you distances.
I can't even finish the statement.
Yeah, I give up officially. I'm sorry, I give up.
She's a troll. She has to be a troll.
Yeah, thanks.
No, just
I wasn't trying to troll.
cognitive.
I was just saying that'd be like more
denial.
convincing. Like, go ahead.
I don't know. It always seems every time that we talk, Taylor, it always seems to you always seem to deflect the conversation away from the topic. Because I asked you. Yes.
Dude, y'all are the ones that brought up like, oh, you can check Stellarium and see how it's correct. And I just said instead of an AI, we
because they're going to look at the sun position.
Yes, I mean
you
you
can
do
it the scale. I was not deflecting, or I didn't bring this up.
Taylor, you can check those models, and you can check with an app on your phone. And I gave you like the process of elimination.
Are the only models AI generated? I'm just curious.
Oh my God, this girl!
It's not AI. They're based on observation. Not everything is AI. Those Star Tracker apps exist and have existed for the longest time before AI was even a thing.
Or whatever you want to call it, computer generated.
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Wait.
Even if it is computer generated, and you do exactly what I told you, and you double check, and you really want to check if that model comports with reality, you can do that. You can use the app and track the sun, and you can check, and it's like, oh yeah, it's pointed directly at the sun. Then wait until that night. Find Polaris. Oh, look, it's there. It's Polaris, and then you go and see Canis Major, and you do.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I have the app open right now. I'm familiar.
I don't believe it.
Right,
Stellarium?
and then you get someone to check in the south for you.
We call it Stellarium.
I told you, if you go to my stream and I look for Polaris, while Polaris is above your head, my app says that Polaris is that way to the floor, and the direction is north, a little bit south, a little bit east of north for me. Now, when I go outside and I look at the Southern Cross, which is there, it's a little bit west of south for me, and the app will tell you that it's on the floor for you.
Okay.
And one important thing. One important thing to know.
Just one sec. Do you mind if I give Democ a chance? He just popped in.
Oh my God.
Let me finish this before Democ comes up.
No, wait, yeah. Wait,
I just want to clarify this AI thing.
To be like rude. I was trying to be like respectful and just.
Well, just Taylor, let me just clarify one thing about AI.
Very hard to be.
Hold on. I'm going to say this. Your software is not calculating where it's going to be by checking with a server or an AI model. You can turn off your network. You can turn off your mobile plan, and it will show you where it is because it's using math. It literally is using math to calculate where the stuff will be. It is not AI. It is not checking with a server. It's not doing anything funny business. It's just software.
Gotcha.
It's called Sky View.
Anything but say where something will be because of a math calculation, but not the actual orientation, attribute, or
I thought
placement
there
of
was a
where it is in
physical model
reality. Now, can you get on the side of Earth and see below sea level? And I want to see the stars below sea level. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
Demok,
Polaris.
they send you a chat. We have showed you.
But Demok, my app says that Polaris is
Physically,
below my.
let's look at it below sea level.
My app
Take
says
a look
that
at it below sea level. Let's go.
Demok.
Yeah, I can't do it, damn it, guys.
My
Have a
app
good evening.
is below my Polaris is below my feet.
That's a cool story. Now, where are we going to go fly down in our helicopter vertically and see it?
I mean,
Holy shit.
You need to come here, bro.
Hello, is it down or not?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
No, it's not going down. It's going down.
No, that's enough of Demok. That's enough.
Demok's never been more than 20. Demok's never been more than 25 miles away from his mom's business.
Now, I just want to say one thing. Now, do you know why I said I wouldn't go with Taylor? I think it's pretty obvious.
I mean, I would love to see her worldview like literally crumble before her eyes. I can't afford to
I
pay
literally
for
think
her
that what you're
trip.
saying you're gonna see is what you're gonna see. So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the predictions
Yeah,
that
exactly.
we're making about
Like I'm not denying.
the
this.
predictions that
It
we're
goes
making about
100% against your model.
the predictions
What's
that
my
we're-
model?
Holy shit. The predictions that we're making about the sun and the stars and the degrees of latitude and the direction that a sundial would move in the south, those 5 predictions, they're going to come true to the letter. And there's
Yeah, I believe you.
you have 2 options. You can either accept that or you can not it. But I would pay to see the look on your face
I would
when all that
not.
happens.
I think that's what you're gonna
That's
see
all
most
you
likely.
do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Maybe
so what
I'll-
does that mean then? What does
What
that
does
mean
it
if they all
mean?
come true? Yeah, what does it mean if they all come true, Taylor?
Well, like that's what they're doing in the sky. I don't know. You don't have to be rude. I'm being interrupted a lot, so it is very it's very
What does it
stressful
mean?
to talk at all.
The
Because see, you
great
just
thing,
interrupt me
yeah,
again.
we need to tone down the aggression. The great thing, Taylor, is that we're not only looking at the sky, we're also measuring the ground.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
1 degree, we're going to measure. There is a road that is east to west. So we're going to measure the ground and it will confirm that south of the equator, latitude lines converge and not diverge like the AE map would point out. And I know that you said that you don't subscribe to the AE map. Unfortunately, that is the only possible layout that you could ever have if the Earth was flat.
Why?
Because
Why?
the sun goes to Australia, Africa, and then South America. And in the north, it's Russia, Europe, and then North America. That is the only path that could ever be possible because that's how like the sun moves. And you can check because you can check the local times in those places. You can.
I believe you. Yeah. Are you familiar with E1's? And I've seen other ones.
Yeah, the dual mode.
I just want to hear a debunk to that one. If you have any debunks.
It requires Pac-Manning from one side
Not
to
the
the
Pac.
other.
There's no Pac-Man in that one. I promise.
That, I mean, saying there's no Pac-Manning is one thing. Now, if you go to marine traffic, you will see that there are boats going every which way. There are boats going all the towards the globe because you can circumnavigate the globe. And if you also go to Flight Radar 24, you can also see that there's planes in the sky right now going both ways. And the reason why you can show it like that on the flat map is that they're going around the globe. There's no other way, no other possibility. And you can see this, it's Flight Radar 24 and marinetraffic.com. You can see almost every vessel, whether it's boats or planes, you can see.
I found it.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope this works. I'm gonna DM it to you.
I know about the dual pole model. We debunked
Oh
it.
man, I don't know if it's gonna work. Hold on, because I don't have my phone, so it's very difficult to.
She always has an excuse, doesn't she?
What is my excuse? What excuse? Did I make?
Relax.
First, you were cutting.
Robert,
She was
relax.
cutting her husband's
Relax.
beard.
Relax.
It's
okay.
always
What the
an
heck are you
excuse.
talking about?
You know what I'm talking
You
about.
think I was lying? Oh, you want the Lake Pontchartrain bridge plans? Is that?
She came up with exactly. Where are they?
Wait,
You promised
Taylor,
them.
hold on.
Where are they?
I have a bone. I have a bone to pick
Yeah,
with
it's on my
you.
files. I can get them for you.
Remember?
Yeah, sure.
Remember?
Yeah, definitely. I think I posted some pictures of it.
Robert, I need you to step aside, please. Calm down. And Taylor, remember that thing that you sent me about LIGO? I figured out what it was. That paper that you sent me, that difference in altitude, that table is the altitude of the GPS receivers, and it's based off of local topography because the GPS receivers are outside of the flattened area that they use to build LIGO. So it doesn't, I told you that it didn't make the point that you did. It took me 1 day to figure that out.
Oh, that's cool. Send me. So where'd you read that?
In the document.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
is a
definitely look at that with you. I didn't know personally. It was kind of confusing to me.
I know.
Like that was the
Scroll
height
live
of
chat
the
on your
receivers.
show.
Yes, they put receivers.
That was the topography. Okay, cool.
They put
That's
the
kind of what I
receivers
figured.
on the sides, and that's what they use to measure the straightness of the LIGO arm. So the height, when it said 50 feet and then 58 feet above sea level, that's the height of like the road. But because they are outside of like the flattened area where the construction of the LIGO arm proper is, that's why they differ
Was that
so
before or
much.
after digging? Was that before or after they dug out the ground? I know that I knew that was the topography for the GPS, but
No, that was
They had
that was after they built it because it was they used them to check the construction.
oh, I thought it was I thought it was like pre-digging pre-building post-digging.
No,
but it wasn't very clear.
It was afterwards.
Yeah, but the topography, absolutely.
But it's the measurements they did after it was all completed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that hard. I looked into it personally myself, and LIGO proves Earth is a globe because that's the only way they had to do that with that experiment.
Yeah, we were trying to see if like they built the arms curved, and we are trying to look at the building plans, and it was kind of confusing with the topography, trying to figure out if this is pre or post digging or which part is compensating for the curve. Or it wasn't very clear. But I'd love to go over it some more with you, Max.
Like you have any clue what you're looking
at?
Yeah,
Does that diff open to you? Like, let me try this again. I'm on my computer. Does that link to that since you work? Probably not.
Give me 1 second.
Darn it. I can do a screenshot for sure, but it's like a GIF.
No, it says unknown. I don't have access
Okay, don't
to
worry
that
about it.
link. No, but we can delve deeper on this some other time. The interesting thing here is, so who the fuck is Isa? Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Isa, thank you. Mute
saw a
Isa.
sneaker.
No, it's Great Dame. It's Great
No,
Dick
it's
Green. Great
Isa.
Dame era.
It's Isa. There you go. Thank you.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this dual pole model. Yeah, I understand. I've seen it so many times. The problem is that there's no way that you can get around the Pac-Manning thing because, for example, during TFE, Critical Think took a plane that started in Sydney and traveled west and ended up in Santiago, which is on the other side of the map. The only way that you can get that is if you Pac-Man from one side to the other. Right?
Yeah, that's the only way.
Like, for example, let me, I can do a little paint work here. Give me just a sec.
Post what you said here in the chat.
I'm trying to find the plot. Oh, here it is.
So this, you would have to either do this or just Pac-Man.
The sun circles around in this model, right? Sun circles around the northern hemisphere in one, and then the southern hemisphere in the other, and the little 8 on the analog. It doesn't do a figure 8 like every day. This is from my understanding, but I'm not that familiar with it. I was just wanting to hear some debunks or whatever.
Yeah, this is the biggest one. This is the biggest one. Check the. Shoot! It doesn't. Hold on. Let me do save. There we go.
Look at California. On this map.
Robert,
Close the door.
relax. You are very animus. Like, calm down. It's okay. I know that
siento,
she's
pero
tough.
estoy tan enojado con este viejo.
I know, but relax. It's fine. Look, Taylor, this is the flight that I was telling to you about.
Okay.
Critical Thing came out of Sydney and
That'd be east.
traveled 12 hours west and then ended up in Santiago.
That would be east. Look at the little arrow right there where you started.
East, sorry, east.
He traveled east from Sydney to Santiago, you're saying?
Yes. Sorry, that was my bad. That was
over the Pacific?
Over the Pacific, he has a recording of that published on his channel, a live, a real-time recording of the whole flight, the whole way.
You wouldn't have to go all the way on the outside circumference, though, like on the diameter of the circle.
Right, but
you could go through it. You don't have to go to the circumference. Yeah.
Right, but the direction still wouldn't match.
All right, yeah. You said he recorded it.
Yeah.
That's super cool. I'll check it out. Yeah, I've been asking around for some debunks and thoughts and stuff. I don't like adhere to any model. I'm skeptical of, I think that things need to be like proven, with a good level of like confidence. And yeah, so I hold everything to like a higher rigorous standard. I try to.
We're insanely confident the Earth is a globe. Like you almost can't be more confident.
Is it okay for people to be
it's proven by extremely basic observations. You can figure it out by just looking at the moon and seeing that the Earth casts a circular shadow on it. It wouldn't do that if the Earth was flat. If the Earth was flat, it would cast an elliptical shadow on the moon, unless the sun was directly below the Earth or above it and the moon was directly in the opposite. You get what I'm saying?
I think that the solar eclipses. Oh wait, you're talking about the lunar eclipse right now. Sorry.
I'm talking about the shadow that the Earth casts on the moon every day, every night. It doesn't. You don't need
the moon phases aren't from the shadow of the Earth casting it.
What?
Yeah, we know that from the angle.
Huh? The moon phases are not from the Earth casting a shadow. And
no, I'm talking about the shadow that the Earth does cast on the moon.
Oh, like in the lunar eclipse?
I don't know if that's what you'd call it. I don't think you need an eclipse. I think the Earth casts a shadow on the moon.
Let me get in
all
a
the
little
time.
correction here.
Really?
Yeah, go ahead, Max.
The flight, it's not a real time, it's a time lapse of the flight.
Correct.
But yeah, I'll message it to you, Taylor.
Nobody's gonna step up and clarify what he was just saying.
Yeah, no, he can go back. I would like after you make that point and Taylor replies, I would like to get back on the actual topic of this live stream, which is
absolutely. Yeah, sorry, Max.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just that
it only happens during a lunar eclipse 2 to 4 times a year. That's the only time the Earth casts a shadow on the moon. And by your logic,
Taylor's correct.
Thank you.
Taylor's correct. There is no shadow. The Earth does not cast a shadow on the moon other than during a lunar eclipse. Don't know what that was about.
You know what I have? You know what I have? Thanks to the awesome Astro Doug, he sent me from the eclipse in 2024. He sent me some gorgeous shots that actually confirm that it's the moon in front of the sun. Let me get those.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome. So wait, okay, with the lunar eclipse though, how is the moon like red?
Because light refracts. It goes through the atmosphere.
Shadow from the atmosphere.
Yeah, the light
it stretches around the Earth to make it red.
Yeah.
Do you understand
Just
that
like sunset?
Light is a reflection of the wavelength, right? The color of light is based on the wavelength of the light. So if you
Mhm.
change the wavelength of the light, you change the color. Yeah, that's all that's happening.
Cool. Okay, so it's kind of stretching around. Since the Earth is larger than the moon, it's kind of stretching around the Earth to make the moon red and to give it some lighting. So, like, with that, like, ability to stretch around the Earth, it's just peculiar why it doesn't do that with a 23-degree tilt, making complete darkness at the poles during their winter. Like, how does a 23-degree tilt make complete darkness at the pole during, like, the winter in the North Pole, for example? It doesn't have any sunlight, or the winter in the South Pole. But it does this, like, it can stretch around the Earth to make the moon red during the lunar eclipse. That's why I kind of want to.
It's not stretching around the moon. You should understand.
No,
the
around
light
the Earth.
Right, but the light that does hit us during a lunar eclipse is the light that has to travel through more atmosphere than it normally would, and that basically absorbs the blue light. It's not like it's you're basically not seeing that direct on sunlight because you're in the lunar shadow. So what you do see is the light that hold on, it's not stretching around. You only see the light that's not hitting the moon that we can't see because it's blocking it. But the light you do see is offsetting the light that you normally would see, and that light absorbs the blue, so you're only seeing the red portion of light. As soon as the moon moves away, that direct on sunlight then has the normal colors in it. It's not being absorbed by the atmosphere.
How about when
and
the
also
sun
and also at the poles, even if the sun doesn't come up, when it's very near the horizon, you still get light, like dusk light at the poles when it's very near where the 24 sun appears. So it's not always dark when the sun doesn't come out, but closer to when there's 24-hour sun, it does.
And you do see
appear
an
dusky.
analog of that lighting
Shut
every
up,
day,
Isis
Taylor.
Spin.
That the morning and evening light that turns reddish. It's the same reason because
like, okay, so the Earth is much larger than the moon, so it's kind of stretching around the Earth to reach the moon because the Earth's in the way, right? That's what
no. To think of what you're saying though, the light doesn't stretch. It's going through the atmosphere, and it's more atmosphere because it's on edge. If you take a circle, you put like a 1-inch circle above it. If you shoot off at an angle, there's more atmosphere between you and the thing on an angle than straight up. So in the morning and the evening,
like, why is the moon just completely dark? You know, if the Earth is blocking the light.
No. The Earth, the moon rotates around the Earth on its own. It orbits the Earth on its own every 27 or whatever days.
Like, that's non sequitur. Okay, so you know I'm talking about the lunar eclipse when the Earth is in between the moon.
You're talking about strictly a lunar eclipse.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so the moon is red because they say the light kind of wraps around the Earth as being refracted. The blue light's being absorbed and it's reaching the moon and making it red. But like, so if it kind of stretches around that Earth and has that ability, like, why does a 23-degree tilt make complete darkness at the poles during their winter time?
The reason you see the red moon,
that's
though,
very easy. It's because
my God.
It's because the tilt is so much that past the Arctic and the Antarctic Circle, you don't get sun rays.
Light.
Yeah. Because
That's
like
what the Antarctic and the Arctic Circle are.
and you can't see my camera right now, but when the sun rays like skirt the side of the Earth and they bend in the atmosphere, they can produce that effect. The thing is that when you're past the Arctic and Antarctic circles, you don't even get the rays. That's the point. Let me read.
It's like nighttime.
Keep there,
It's
been
like
a
nighttime.
member for 10 months. Shut up, Isis Spin. Keep there, been a member for 10 months, says Shay's
up,
model that he stole from Walter Bislin. That's not Wesley, that's Isis Spin. What's up, Girl Reacts for $4.99 says, which way will you be looking during sunset? North? No, you're looking west! Thank you so much. And 3 Ron says, why bring up King Artard? And I'm guessing that's Demok. It's because Demok is goofy, but I'm not up for Demoking today.
I took on Blitz today.
Really? Oh my.
Yeah, it didn't last long.
Oh boy. Yeah, the problem with Demok is that he can just stop the incessant barrage of nonsense. Like, you can't even have a
He was
conversation
way
with
calmer,
Demok.
though. He was.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, I don't. Sorry, go ahead, Max.
No, I don't know. Apparently, we don't have much else to discuss. I wanted to get some input on flat earthers on some other observations that we maybe didn't think of, or how can we actually prove that our trip to Punta Arenas is not fake? Because, I mean, that's the thing that will, like people like Vika and some of the more idiotic flat earthers will say, is that even our trip to Punta Arenas they will call it fake, and that was kind of my interest. But I will try to set this up again, and hopefully we can get Jaron and Josh so that we can, I don't know, maybe pull in some more flat earthers. The problem is that when talking specifically about the trip, we always get carried away into other stuff, which is, I don't know, kind of pointless. But
don't you believe if it were the other way around and a flat earther were taking a trip and asked globe earthers to offer, don't you think there'd be dozens, if not hundreds of people in the channel offering real practical tests to do?
Yeah.
I recently made a space about that whenever I was going to Hawaii asking for tests that I could do. And I didn't get any offer, maybe one offer suggestion from a glober, but none. Like nobody came, nobody gave suggestions.
I didn't even know about it. I'm
I
so sorry.
don't think there's anything about Hawaii though that would be unique to a flat
Well, I
earth.
was doing like refraction
That's
tests,
what I was immediately thinking.
long distance observations, and
like what did you do?
For
What did you accomplish
example,
while you were
one
there?
thing that I would have suggested is something that Earth is Live did is when you go, like the Hawaii airport is on one island and he was on the other island, and you could literally see the planes taking off from under the water. So they were like you've never seen that?
the planes taking off from under the water.
Yes, it's
like
amazing.
Yeah, like upper bending light, down refraction.
No, it's because they're below the curve, so the planes literally look that they're taking off from under the water, like if they were submarine planes.
That's the same reason that boats appear to like sink.
Yes.
In the Royal Society, even in the 1800s, they said this was a refractive phenomena. You know how boats can appear to float in midair, like things can be lifted higher.
That's
like
a Fata Morgana, yes.
Okay, well, it's you can have the opposite effect whenever you have a warmer temperature on the surface, where things appear to sink, and that's a normal practical temperature gradients done by Henneys in 2006 said that would be the case along the surface.
Yeah, but the problem is that's special circumstances and it doesn't happen all the time.
No, practical temperature measurements daily over.
Hold on though. If you go to the ocean and watch a tanker, it will behave the same way every time, morning, noon, and night.
Well, that's one thing that I measured. Rob just asked me, measuring the temperature gradients, pressure and humidity gradients over the surface, over water, to see, which way light's going to be bending. That was one of the things I was actually measuring. Yeah.
I heard that you went to a salt flat. What did you do there?
Yeah. Yeah, I did theodolite survey measurements with temperature, pressure, and humidity gradients incorporated. And what I got based on those gradients that aren't disputed by Ruhif and Jesse and others, which actually helped me do the calculations, were that you would appear to see things drop over distance over in that environment, which was early morning in the Bonneville Salt Flats. Based on the temperature gradients, which is a predominant factor in terrestrial refraction, along the surface, you'll basically expect to see things appear to drop over distance. So I think based on my calculations, it was like an average of 10 to 12 inches you would see drop over 1 mile was the measurements that I got on that particular day. Like what you'd expect to see drop.
So it's a globe, right?
Based on just temperature gradients alone, not over, just like based on temperature, what would you see? How far would something drop over 1 mile?
Oh, but you're missing the point, though. If it was a globe, it would drop 8 inches. You're kind of missing the point we're making.
So it's
missing the point.
No. Even over a flat surface. So basically, I had each model. Like, what would you see over a globe? You'd see that predicted drop based on Snell's law, based on standard refraction equations, plus the globe drop. So I should have measured like an 18 to 20 degree drop, or 20-inch drop, excuse me, over a mile. But it wasn't that much what I actually measured.
Right, it's not that much because it gets refracted up, right?
Well, that's what I measured. I tried to exclude any refraction anomalies. That's why I measured temperature, pressure, and humidity to calculate what the refractive conditions would be. So we couldn't say, oh, that's just refraction, you know? So I measured to, calculate the way the light would behave.
Thanks.
Over the gradient. Yeah, it was actually like even over a flat surface based on those temperature gradients and weather conditions, pressure, humidity, you would expect to see a 10-inch drop over that mile. You can repeat this on small scales whenever you introduce temperature gradients. You can see things appear to melt to the ground.
Confused what you're saying though. Refraction makes objects. You see things that would normally be hidden.
Yeah.
Well,
not the other way around. It doesn't hide objects that you normally would see. You're backwards on that.
No. I guarantee you, the Journal of Surveying and Engineering says practical temperature measurements along the surface would actually make things appear to drop over distance. The reason why is because during the daytime, the sun heats up the surface, hotter temperatures lower density, and so you know how light bends towards a more dense medium? Well, along the surface, you can actually have, because of the heating from the sun heating up the earth, you can have a lower density just along the surface to where the light would actually be bending upward, making things appear shorter. I'll give you peer-reviewed papers. This isn't just me saying this. It's the Journal of Surveying.
The problem that we get always is that those same peer-reviewed papers by the same people also say that
no, these are accredited. These are really accredited.
I know.
Some of
those
the
same,
most accredited.
yeah,
I know. Listen
I
to what
know.
he said.
The problem is that you ignore when those same people tell you that the Earth is a globe.
Well, they didn't necessarily. That's not what the paper was. It was on
I know.
Clarify.
Yeah, that one specific paper.
Tyler.
Standard refraction, light rays traveling horizontal through the atmosphere naturally bend slightly downward toward denser air near the surface. On a flat plane, this makes distant low-lying targets appear higher than they geometrically should be. It never causes them to drop.
Never.
This is
That's
standard. Hold on, this is standard refraction. This goes back.
Would you be willing to have a public debate over this another day? I would love to, or today. Would you willing to have?
It seems like you're ignoring standard refraction, and you're going on something you're,
I'm not trying to take over the space, but even within multiple peer-reviewed journals, it says standard refraction is not applicable along the very surface of the Earth.
I want you to post it now, if you don't mind. Can you post it in the chat?
I will, absolutely.
No, you say that all the time. Right now, post it.
She'll never post it. She's
I did. I've already posted this before.
But Tyler, what does the phrase along the surface of the Earth mean?
Can somebody please mute
What
him?
does that phrase mean, Taylor?
Riggs, are you here? Somebody? The temperature gradients.
Taylor, what does that phrase mean? I have asked you what a phrase means that you have quoted. What does it mean?
Can you please stop interrupting? So the reason why standard refraction is not applicable on the surface is because the temperature gradient that was done over 100-meter increments along the entirety of the troposphere, which is not representative of the very lowest layers of the atmosphere where you have heating effects occur.
Yes, and what does the very lowest elements of the atmosphere mean? So if I'm looking at an inclination of 15 degrees from the surface, does that qualify as along the surface of the Earth according to the papers that you are referencing?
I think,
or does along the surface of the Earth mean angular elevations of less than 5 degrees?
Oh, I don't know the particular degrees. I just know that up to.
Well, then you're quoting something and you don't understand what it means.
I'm trying to give you feet above the surface. I know up to 10 to 30 feet is what's been measured, and that was shown to not have standard refraction conditions.
Yes, but if I'm looking, that only applies if I'm looking along and all along my line of sight, it's within 10 to 30 feet of the Earth, right? So if I'm looking at an elevation above if I'm looking at a high elevation that quickly gets above 10 to 30 feet above the Earth, then these non-standard refraction effects are not relevant.
Okay, well, you'd have to, in every circumstance, if you want to be the most accurate, what you need to do is measure the actual conditions within the line of sight.
Okay, Taylor, can you tell me when under refractive conditions, what refractive conditions would make the sun invisible over a flat Earth?
Well, first of all, due to perspective, things that move away from you appear to drop. Like down a long hallway,
and when do they drop, and when would they reach zero angular elevation above the surface?
They would
And then-
never.
okay,
The perspective suggests that you could move an item out to infinity, and it would not touch the horizon. It would
Well, we
still
drop
be
below eye
however
level.
small an
That's
angle
where
above the
refraction
horizon.
comes in.
All right.
So that answer, perspective, is not an answer
Well,
to
I
my
never
question.
got to
When
finish.
and under what conditions? When and
Never
under
got to
what
finish,
conditions
no.
over a flat surface would the sun appear to hit
You
the
want to
horizon?
finish this time? Okay, so on top of perspective, now you're looking through a density layer. Now you're looking through a temperature gradient along the surface that can produce these effects that I'm posting in the chat. Oh, I see.
And no, my question was, when would the sun be invisible? When can refractive events make the sun invisible?
Well, things can become invisible just because of the temperature gradients along the surface, and that's what actually practical temperature.
Not if they're emitting a significant amount of light, they can't.
Okay. Well, I don't.
All right, give me 1 second.
Even lasers can appear to be invisible along hot surfaces.
Yes, but the lasers are producing
1 second.
strongly directional beams. The sun isn't. The sun spreads light in across a large angular distance. You agree to that, right? Because the sun can be viewed from sites that are widely separated on Earth's surface. So the sun is not emitting a unidirectional narrow laser beam, is it?
Okay,
just
1
giving you
second. Hold on.
examples of
Before
how
you
light
answer, I would like to thank Riggs for giving me the chance to host this show. I'll try to set it to speak with Jaren and Josh so that we can get them on to repeat it, and hopefully that brings in some more flat earthers. But since this turned into a full-fledged debate, I thank you. I'll wrap it up, and I have another stream planned for right after this one in roughly 15 minutes because I need to go to the toilet and stuff. So, Riggs, thank you so much. This was awesome. Thank you everyone that joined, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
See you later, Max.
All right. Oh my, that is woo. Taylor is Robert doesn't like her, but I get such a feeling from watching Taylor just like completely crumble and dig into the bag of nonsense and just bring up the most nonsensical stuff. Because I was kind of left wanting, I think we need to derp it up some more. So I have already set up a stream. When we end this one, it will automatically redirect to the next one. And I'll take about 15 minutes to go to the toilet, refresh my mate, and we'll freaking continue. All right. Love you all. Catch you in just a few minutes. Take care. Have a great night. And I'll see you in no time.